Hello, today we shall discuss about the Raman spectra. Actually, Raman spectra is different from other spectra like UV spectra and IR spectra. In UV spectra and IR spectra, there is a absorption of light. But in case of Raman spectra, there is a scattering of light. So on the basis of scattering of light, we shall study about the intensity of the scattered light. So actually this spectra, it is non-destructive chemical analysis technique. So just see here how we can show the scattering of light. So here we shall write scattering of light. Scattering of light. Scattering of light. Suppose there is a crystal of this type. Over this crystal, incident light, monochromatic incident light incident upon. Few of the light may be scattered like this. So this is the transmitted light. Transmitted light, and this is the scattered light. Scattered light. Scattered light. So we can say Raman spectra is non-destructive chemical analysis technique. Which provides information about about chemical structure. Chemical structure phase and crystallinity and crystallinity. Actually, Raman spectra is given by non-polar molecules. Non-polar molecules, because it depends upon polarizability of molecules. Polarizability of the molecules. So actually we can say Raman spectra is the fingerprint of the molecule. Raman spectra is fingerprint of molecule. Fingerprint of the molecule. So, principle. We should understand that there are two types of the scattering. One scattering is called elastic scattering, and second is inelastic scattering of the monochromatic light. So actually the Rayleigh, first of all, Rayleigh gave the principle of scattering of light. So in case of Rayleigh scattering, the frequency of the incident light is same as the intensity of the scattered light. So the Rayleigh explained it, and therefore intensity of the scattered light and intensity of the incident light are same. But it is not in case of the Raman spectra. So in case of Raman, we can say that in principle we can say it, you can say Uh, this technique depends upon inelastic scattering of monochromatic light. This is the first principle. Now second, there is a shift in scattered light frequency. There is shift in scattered light frequency. Scattered light frequency. For this you can say the change in the frequency of incident light and scattered light, we can say Raman shift. So there are two types of the changes. Number one, you can say A, Stokes Raman scattering, Stokes-Raman scattering, and number two, anti-Stokes-Raman scattering. So if nu I minus nu s, it is positive, you can write here delta nu equal nu I minus nu s, positive. It is Stokes line. And delta nu equal to nu I minus nu s, it is negative. Anti-Stokes line. So in this way we can explain about the Stokes and anti-Stokes line. Now we shall represent the different types of the scattering like Raman scattering and the Rayleigh scattering. So first of all I shall explain the Rayleigh scattering. Rayleigh. Rayleigh scattering. So as I have told you that in case of the Rayleigh scattering, the frequency of the scattered light is equal to the frequency of incident light. So here you can say nu I equal to nu S. Nu I equal to nu S. Nu I frequency of nu I frequency of incident light and nu S frequency of scattered light. So this is the Rayleigh scattering. But in case of Raman, there are two types of the scattering. Raman scattering. Raman scattering. Raman scattering. In this scattering, Stokes and anti-Stokes. This is the Stokes Raman scattering. Stokes Raman scattering. Number 2, anti Raman scattering. Anti-Raman scattering. So how we can represent? So what happened? In case of Stokes, this nu I is greater than nu S, and in case of anti, nu I is less than nu S. So how we can represent? Now see here, this is the ground state, and when molecule get some energy, means incident light, monochromatic incident light fall upon the molecule, there is a excitation. So excitation up to the virtual state. This is the virtual state. Now again, the electron come to the vibrational state. There are so many vibrational state in the electronic state. So electron fall to the vibrational state which has higher energy than the ground state. So in this way we can say this is the frequency nu I, this is the nu I and this is the nu S. This is the frequency of the scattered light. So just see, frequency of the scattered light is less than the frequency of the incident light, and such type of the Raman lines are known as the Stokes line. Now here this is the Rayleigh scattering. In this type of the scattering, when incident light fall upon the molecule, so there is a excitation. This is the virtual excited state, and again electron come to the ground state. So there is no change in the frequency of the incident light and frequency of scattered light. So you can say here it is the nu I and it is the nu S. Similarly here nu I and nu S. Nu I and nu S. So in this case, suppose few of the electrons are in a higher vibrational state. This is the higher vibrational state. This is the higher vibrational state. So few of the electrons here. This is why the intensity of anti-Stokes line is very, very thin. So suppose it is excited and go to the virtual excited state and come to the ground. Now just see here. The frequency of scattered light is higher than the frequency of the incident light. So in this way we can understand about the Stokes line and anti-Stokes line. Now come to the selection rule. Selection rule. Selection rule. So in selection rule we shall consider the change in vibrational and rotational state when the monochromatic light incident upon the substance. So first of all we can say that the delta V is equal to plus minus 1, means there is a change in vibrational state. You know vibrational states are represented by vibrational quantum number V0, V1, V2, V3 like this. So selection rule delta V plus minus 1, number 1. And during the vibrational change there is some rotational change also, because the rotational energy levels are in the vibrational state. So in case of pure rotational, we can say this is the selection rule for vibrational Raman spectrum. and delta J equal to 0 plus minus 2. This is for rotational Raman spectra. But actually the operative part of the rotational selection rule, but we consider only delta J equal to plus 2. Because delta J is equal to 0 correspond to Rayleigh scattering. Delta J equal to 0 for Rayleigh scattering. तो हम जो है इसको डेल्टा J बराबर 0 को कंसिडर नहीं करते हैं. So this is one of the selection rule. Now there are another selection rule which depends on the isotropic polarization and anisotropic polarization also. So we can say that vibration causes a change in the polarizability, and therefore two types of the polarizations are possible. So number one is the isotropic polarization. In this polarization, direction of electric field does not affect like this. ये चारों तरफ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड का प्रभाव होगा, इस पर कोई प्रभाव नहीं पड़ा. दूसरा जो है वो आप कह सकते हो कि इट इज एनिसोट्रॉपिक पोलराइजेशन. एनिसोट्रॉपिक पोलराइजेशन. तो इसमें इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड का प्रभाव पड़ेगा. ये है सपोज करियो हाइड्रोजन. दिस इज द डायरेक्शन ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड. तो इसमें जो है पोलराइजेशन एनिसोट्रॉपी पे इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड का प्रभाव पड़ेगा. म्यूचुअल exclusion rule, this is the important. Mutual exclusion rule. In this rule, centrosymmetric will be Raman active as well as IR active. So here hydrogen molecule, as in the beginning I told you, non-polar molecule like hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, they can also give Raman spectra but not IR spectra. So here suppose this is the oxygen, carbon, oxygen, this is the center of symmetry है इसके अंदर, this is the center of symmetry, सेंटर ऑफ सिग्निफिकेंस। तो इसमें जो भी वाइब्रेशन होगा ये समान होगा, इधर भी जाएगा इधर। तो इसमें पोलराइजेबिलिटी चेंज है, तो ये रमन एक्टिव है, रमन एक्टिव। बट इन केस ऑफ those molecules where there is no center of symmetry, so it will be Raman inactive. जैसे आप ले लो नाइट्रोजन एंड ऑक्सीजन, such type of the molecule. फिर in this molecule no center, तो ये रमन एक्टिव नहीं होगा, ये रमन इनएक्टिव होगा, IR एक्टिव और रमन inactive. So in this way we can understand about the type of the molecule which can give you the Raman spectra. Means non-polar molecule can give Raman spectra because of the polarization in the molecule is possible. So this is all about the Raman spectra. Thank you.